Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Shipyard Champions, the Admiralympics, Section 3. So we're building a heavy cruiser, as you might imagine. We have to build 2 cruisers, 1920s. The ship can only have a maximum of 50 crew training, and ships can only have a single or twin guns, no triples or quads. Unfortunate. A couple of the nations were already taken, so I'm going with the United States. They have the large armored cruiser, and boy is it large. It's 17,500 tons. And interestingly, you can't actually use that because the game limits it to 16,000. Fine, we'll just use what we can get. So we're going to have 50 crew training and, well, with the current version, I believe you can get up to, what, 80% crew loss and you'll still survive. So it's getting a little weird. It's a very, very far cry from what I'm used to, which is having a loss of 45%, and the game says, no, you're done. So this is very, very, very different, and I'm not sure if you really still need spacious quarters. Anyway, what I'm planning with this particular build is something that stays at range. I do not want to get close to you. The problem is, I'm going to have this ship get played by, of course, myself in one round, and get played by somebody else, the AI, in another. Because I'm once again going to be taking on another content creator, and they're going to be taking on my ship. So this, this makes it a bit difficult. Because on the one hand, I can command the ship and stay very, very far away, because I can have like 11-inch dual barrels with a fairly bananas level of range. I think you can get up to, what, 30 something? Like 11.9-inch guns. These are really big guns for a heavy cruiser. And they slap pretty hard. Over a maximum range of 36, actually. And that's without any buffs. So those are some really potent shells. Really potent guns. 2 powder, what are we getting up to? 28 now. Well, that's a little less. How'd we do that? Was that TNT 2? No, it must have been the bursting power. What, cordite? Yeah, cordite apparently blows shells very, very far away. And your ship while it's at it. I do not want to accept flash fires. I'm always trying to play that as low as possible. I need to push these a little farther forward, so at least when the AI plays it, they're going to have a full... I can't get that on that third. I can't get the full rotation. That's unfortunate. Give me a better turret rotation. And shell-wise, how much armor can I get? I want all the armor. Decks, lower decks, aft decks, superstructures, the whole shebang. This should keep that ship safe for a while. Look at that. This is a tank of a warship. We almost maxed it out. Problem, I don't have an engine. Maybe I would benefit from having an engine so I can actually go places. So, 1 funnel at my current speed of 16 knots. Yeah, I don't think so. What's this thing rated for? 21 knots. So it'll not go anywhere fairly quickly. But I think I can make it work. Turbo electric drive. Unfortunately too heavy. Does get you that really nice acceleration and deceleration. But we're not done yet. I want to reduce some, probably some deck level armor. Because I know that what the AI is going to do, right? The AI is going to go, ooh, herp-a-derp, and fly, well, sail rather, right into the enemy. That's what they tend to do. So I'm going to have some sort of secondary guns on there, and that's going to be 5-inch casemates, or rather 5.9s. Because I can have quite a lot of those. And it's done. Okay, I'm now a little too heavy, but we'll get around to that. What I want these things to be is 5.9s, because they're 5-inch Mark III? Really? Huh. But you got the 7-inch Mark III, you got the 8-inch Mark III, and then you got the 9-inch Mark IV, because the 9-inch class is a large gun. And they got that as a Mark III, fine. Make sure that these are long barrels. I'm going to start shooting as quickly as possible. So we'll have a range of about 11 to 13. if you actually hit something at that range, that is fairly impressive. Now, regarding the type of shells that I'm using, these guns can penetrate 15 inches of armor. 9 inches of armor, which is what I have, or even more than that. Let's say at about 8.4 inches of armor with AP pen. We're looking at 17.5 clicks. So I'm probably going to start my battle, at least when I get to choose. So the starting conditions for the enemy is going to be a starting range of about 15, maybe even 20, because that will give the AI at least some time before it starts getting murdered by whatever DACA creation that the enemy has built. I saw one of them with a title called a DACA ship or something to that extent. It's a little scary. Anyway, we are 2,000 tons overweight. That's a lot. Let's reduce the anti-torpedo blister. I can maybe run with a single hull, because as long as I stay at range, torpedoes are not likely to be a threat. We do have underwater torpedo hatches, but those are generally more of a risk than they are an asset. If I remove this, it's not going to move the needle much. Remove some of the armor there. I do need to up that armor. Be 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. We're still 800 over. Also, the type of shells that I'm going to be shooting, I'm thinking semi-ballistics, so that I'll bite into the target. If it does not have this high level of armor, that I think you can get up to about 8.5, maybe 9 inches of armor, these shells will bite into that aggressively. But we're not quite getting there. Armor quality 138. What's my armor quality set to? 133, so that's fine. Okay. So I might need something a little heavier. If I go standards... Yeah, if I go standard, it'll probably be better. Then make sure that we have a focus on AP. And maybe go with a high-end HE shell, so that if the game decides that it wants to start throwing HE, it can, and it can still be deadly. And that same thing can be said for the secondaries. I probably want those to be throwing HE at the best of their ability, because that'll probably do the most damage. Now, what are we going to do to fix 900 kilograms of displacement? Because removing some of the belt armor is something I kind of do not want to do. I can remove some range. I can reduce some speed. What? That was 25 tons. Wow, that was unimpressive. Okay, so we're not getting it there. Reduce some of the auxiliary engine. Reduce some of the propeller shaft. How much flash fire chance do we get? 2.6. Reduce some barbette armor. How much armor do I have on the guns? Lots. Okay. Keep in mind, the closer you get, the more likely you are to get penned. Seriously, seriously penned. So, I kind of don't want to have less than, let's say, about 12 inches of armor on the turrets. Because I do fear that my turrets are going to get knocked out, and then I'm a 5-inch gunboat. Well, 5.9 if you want to be exact about it. Casemate armor is 8-inch. That should keep them going for a while. I might be able to reduce main deck. Just a touch. There we go, 5.2. The ship has a very bad pitch and roll. Unfortunately, I don't really think that there's much that I can do about that. So I think this is about as good as it's going to get. I'd love to fire super heavy shells, just to make the damage even better. But I'm not sure if that will actually work. What about going heavy as a middle ground option? And then reducing main deck. Reduce superstructure a bit. There. Okay, so that is the Charleston. Everybody loves Charleston. Let's see if the Charleston's able to take on the enemy. We've been selected to do battle against Polywhirl's DACA cruiser. Well, he wasn't joking. This thing is packing 10-inch guns. It has 10-inch wing turrets, 10-inch main guns, 6-inch, 6.9, and 5-inch guns. It's displacing about 15,900 tons, doing 23 knots. It has remarkably little armor on the forebelt. That's interesting. 97% armor quality? I'm running 138. Okay. The problem is, he selected the starting date and the starting... Well, not the starting date, the starting conditions. And as such, he placed them at 7 kilometers. Which makes me a little concerned about my safety. Because these guys, with those guns, are going to punch very sizable holes in my ships. And at 7.5 kilometers, they can pen about 12 inches of armor, so they'll definitely be able to pen me. Problem. Next problem, I'm going to have to go broadside in order to bring most of my guns to bear. I can't really do that, considering the amount of firepower that's being brought to bear against me. So, we're kind of in a tricky spot here. My guns probably also reload fairly slowly compared to his. This is 25 seconds. And I have 54. But that's a single barrel. And I think effectively he has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. I have 4. So yeah, it's not great, but we'll make do. A problem that I do have is... Ow! Holy crap. Beyond that. Is... this thing is properly angled. And it's turning away, so that angle's getting worse. My accuracy is really bad. Okay, what's going on with the accuracy here? His is about 18, 21. Mine's 12. What is going on here? Is it because we're not at long range? Yeah, that might be it. I'm getting a bonus for long range engagements. Which I'm not getting when I'm engaging his ships. And his ships are spec'd for shorter ranges. At least the barrels seem to be. And his rangefinder, interestingly, is not. He has a stereoscopic rangefinder. Okay. Now, we're at, what, 7.5 kilometer range? I can pen about 4 inches of armor. Go high explosive. Ow, ow, ow. Split up and turn. Secondaries. Also go high explosive. We might have to high explode our way through this. And angle these ships. Lest we don't have any ships. There we go. We're looking about 60% accuracy now. Stop switching the damn target. That is not helpful. Focus fire on the lead ship. Ow. More flooding. Not good. Damage and stability. Yeah, it's starting to rack up. We're at 16% now. Come on, people. Accurate shots. That's what these guns were designed to do. I'm not seeing anything remotely like it. What's the range on those guns? 17 clicks, 21 with AP. Mine outranged them. Interestingly, the AI is not suicide rushing me. That's usually what they do. They just charge you. And this time around, I'm not seeing them do that. And they lost sight of me. They can't see me anymore. They must have some pretty awful towers. Oh, never going. They found me. Oh, good hit. Good hit. That was with high explosive. Right through the stern. Excellent. Okay, more where that came from, please. More where that came from. They've lost sight of the La Helena again. Good thing, too, because the Helena is not enjoying the treatment that this heavy cruiser is giving her. If I can just steer away from these ships, I should be fine. Yes! That's the damage I seek. Nice with the sunset over there. I do think that these things look weird. Is this where they store the cola? Like, what is that? You wouldn't store coal in there. Not in the superstructure. That doesn't make any kind of sense. But... then what do you use them for? I don't understand it. Anyway, the Traun, his heavy cruiser, is almost destroyed. The ship has suffered extreme flooding. And with that, might not be able to bring as many guns to bear anymore because they're simply listing over to starboard. So that's excellent. There's another flooding. Considering the amount of floodings, I'm surprised the ship has taken this much water on. Come on. I lost sight of the Charleston as well. Okay. I think we might be able to get these guys. I think we might be able to take them out. Hello. Oh, that's the heavy Dakka cruiser. So that's the full health one. It's the one I have not yet been paying attention to. But I can. And I happily will put some holes in that. Well, the 5.9s are hard at work. Not yet really seeing any hefty damage. Let's just say we're softening them up. Humor me. Go armor piercing. Accuracy's really good now. Pen is not. Do it again, see if that was a fluke or not. Yeah, we're even getting overpens. We're going to switch our attention back to the Traun, because I do need one ship to get completely demolished. Otherwise, they still have firepower. That's unacceptable. Oh, they lost sight again. Alright. Go back to the Dakka cruiser. They lost sight of me at a range of 9.3. And then they found me again. Come on. .9s are having fun. It does look pretty good seeing that. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Helena is still suffering. I destroyed a casemate on her. Oh, lost sight. Okay. It does seem like they're singling out the Helena, because Charleston has taken a few hits, but nothing serious, and Helena, much more serious damage. Damage instability seems to have been changed. Because normally, that damage instability would be sitting right at 40-45%. And it's just right back at nothing. Like, they fixed the damage in minutes, and then instantly managed to compensate for the damage. Oh, destroyed main guns? We did? No, we destroyed a 6.9-inch gun. Come on. I liked it more when you were more flooded, so you could barely fire your guns. And there's the other one. How much high explosive do I have? Oh, crap. I'm running out of high explosive. Well, that's what I asked for when I designed the ship. Few high explosive, mostly armor piercing. Because I thought, yeah, I could take that down. And the game goes, yeah, no you can't. More flooding? Really? Yeah, a little bit. 1%? Great. Come on, knock it out. There you go. 30% buoyancy, 25, 20, 15, 10. Yeah, we got this guy. He's down. Alright, everybody go bow in and engage the heavy Dakka cruiser. We might not have the same level of firepower and the sheer amount of guns that he has, but we can go bow in. We can tank some shells with our 5-inch bow armor. And hopefully get some damage in on their main guns. They are running plenty of ammo. So, yeah, that'll not really do much. They're not packing torpedoes. We're just going to charge this guy down now. We can charge him down very slowly, though. Well, that's kind of contrary to expectations, but... Ow. Accuracy's pretty good. I'm hoping my guns will hold up. Come on. Charleston is taking a lot of damage. We're just not getting through that armor. Surprisingly. Okay, get out. This plan does not work. Not as well as I was hoping for anyway. Stern turret engaging. We're just getting barely any damage. Overpens, partial pens. Partials is all the secondaries. The 11s are getting overpens. So half our guns are too strong and the other half is too weak. Isn't that nice? What sort of HE do you carry? Not very good. So if you run down the meter on the armor-piercing shells, you suddenly become a lot less of a threat. And at least on some of your guns, you're running a little low on your 10-inch ammunition. Split. Come on, we gotta take this guy down. Can we knock out a turret? Not very likely. Well protected. Helena, turn. Ricochet. Damn it. They're now out of AP for at least some of their 10-inchers. Is that the centerline 10-inch? Yeah, so they're now firing armor piercing. And their 6.9 is still functioning. Okay. So ideally they're a little bit less of a threat, because they still have a wing turret with 10-inch armor piercing shells. But at least the other ones are firing high explosive. And the high explosive on these guns is almost no pen. Although, yeah, secondary tower, aft belt, partial pen. They're definitely doing some damage to the Helena here. Is Charleston firing both turrets or one? Turn a bit more. This is going to be a pretty close battle, I think. Oh, we destroyed a main gun. Yeah, one. No. One of their main guns is out. There's our flooding, finally. 100% chance to hit now. Come on, Charleston. Get it done. Yeah, some damage. Destroyed main gun. What, your 6.9? Yeah, the 6.9 is out of commission. Helena is a burning wreck at this point. She's lost 43% of her crew, which normally would be enough to finish her off. But this time, with the new patch version, well, 40% is just the beginning. Although the Helena itself is flooding. Yeah, she's done for. Okay, so I lost a ship. Welcome to a 1v1. At this range, 3.7 kilometers with AP, I can pen about 4 inches of armor, which is something you don't have. Let's see if I can go through the armor there. I mean, yeah, you got main gun, or main belt armor is very good, but the rest of it, meh. Not, blocked, ricochet. 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 Okay, we're going back to high explosive. I think it's all hitting the belt armor. They are starting to flood. I'm not. But I'm very concerned about my ship. I don't think I'm gonna make it for very long. Ow, ow, ow. Come on. Blocked? I know opening up might be the wrong play here, but I'm trying to maximize my own damage output. Yep, there's a bit more damage. Knocked out another main gun. So we're knocking out their DPS. But at the same time, I'm taking on a lot of water. So much so that I think Charleston's not going to survive. No, we're done. Yep, lost the battle. At least we took one of them down with us. Nice. That's one. I still have to do another battle. This one, however, is the one that counts. This is the one that's going to count for the score in the end, but I still have to do another battle. So on to the second battle, where, interestingly, I cannot see the enemy. This is going to be fun. The target that I'm fighting is Panzergraf's ships. We're starting out at 15 kilometers. I was hoping that with my cage mast that would actually work, but alas. Ah, we have spotted them, the Alexander Nevsky. Alright, slow down. Hello, Alexander. Oh, you're just sporting 11-inchers. Holy crap, you're sporting a lot of 11-inchers. Ooh, boy. Do you have armor? You do have armor. You got a lot of armor. Well, that might work to my advantage this time. Because if they have a lot of armor, it's possible that we'll be able to have more armor to bite into. So maybe that will work. Did we already hit something? Yeah. We hit the not a battle cruiser. I see what you did there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with armor piercing. I think that's right now my best bet. I want to do some damage with that. But main deck partial pens. What's your deck armor like? 2.5. And at this range, I can't pen that because my shells are going so fast because of that extremely long barrel. So the whole long barrel, it makes your shells generally get a lot of guidance from the gun, if you will. But the downside is you're just not really getting deck pens because your shells are flying almost horizontally, if you will. You're firing railguns. And that means deck pens, which is where he is weak, are more unlikely to happen. That's a bad way of saying less likely. Alright, let's let this run for a second. 27 knots, so they also got speed on me. That's unfortunate. Ah, good pen. I'm concerned that it's only a matter of time until they land a full salvo. But if they keep maneuvering, and running away even, that means that they can't fire all of those guns. It's very handy, very convenient. Not a battle cruiser. Yeah, right. I just hope that the AI doesn't continuously run away, because they won't have a battle then. Switch. That level of armor at this range... Like a main deck, 2.5 inches of armor. Yeah, at 17 kilometers I can pen that, but I can't see them at 17 kilometers out. Unless I split my ships up. I have one ship go very far, and one ship stay closer. I don't really like that idea. Oh. Oh. That's the damage I was kind of waiting for. I was lucky nothing from that salvo hit me. Angle the ship. Ow. That's 30% of my structural integrity missing. Well, 20. Take your not a battle cruiser and get out of here. How heavily armored are those turrets? Very heavy. 13, 3, and 12. So that's 13 on the front, 3 on the top, and 12 on the sides. Translation, you're very unlikely to go through that turret. At least we got some flooding on them. And because they're maneuvering, they might not be able to get all those guns on target. Now, the guns are still doing all sorts of loops. They just did the formation change, so not a battlecruiser is now the leader. And the Nevsky's following. Ammo-wise, waiting them out? Unlikely. Not impossible, though. So, yeah, if you're patient, maybe you can just wait them out. Ceasefire. Oh, decent damage. Unfortunately, in order for them to run out of shells ever, you do have to present a target. Which is my own chips. I'm surprised those 5.9 still have range. Yeah, here we go again. Washington's taking fire. So they fire, let's say on a good day, they fire 10 shells every 30 seconds or so. So they got plenty of ammo. Is that increased ammo? Yeah, increased ammo. Might give them a slightly higher blast-off chance. Okay. Go again. Prioritize the Nevsky, because they're already weakened. I'm gonna see if I can take it out. Slow to half speed. I'm gonna try and get some accuracy bonuses. Is his ship also so badly balanced? 40 pitch, 17 roll. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as mine, though. 50 pitch and 53 roll. I've just created a very unstable firing platform. And that's definitely not helping me in this engagement. His accuracy... Yeah, it's building. That's problematic. Come on. Partial pen and blocked. Okay, fine. I don't really think that this is going to go my way. Every now and then we're getting a good pen, but their damage against my ships is just more consistent. Far more consistent. So I guess the Charleston design just wasn't that good. More flooding. 58, 57. 54 and holding. Okay, so their buoyancy is down to about half. What I'm also concerned with is my ammo supply. Because I simply might not have enough. Go high explosive. That armor's been weakened. Maybe we can hit it with a couple of high explosive blasts. Cause some more flooding. We can hit them at all, that is. Yeah, partial pen for 50 points of damage. Oh, is that it? Yeah, Washington's taken a lot of hits. And the not a battle cruiser is charging me. Okay, switch targets. Armor piercing. At this range we might be able to go through. Because it's 9 inches of armor, which is kind of what these guns were designed to pen. 4 clicks out. Come on. Punish them. Not really. We're definitely spruing everything we can on the ship. Like hitting as much as possible, but it's just not enough. Did you knock out one or both? Stern gun is out. Yeah, well done to Panzergraf for building a ship like that. That is clever. Charleston's almost dead. Washington has a flash fire? Come on, this thing was spec'd around, what, 4% flash fires? And you managed to flash fire it. I have no ammo. And you cannot shoot because you don't have a stern turret anymore. Yeah, this has been fun. Dead. Okay, well, I'll finish off the Charleston as well then. That is, if I can even still return fire and make it a fight. They're running a little low on high explosive, but that's just the start. There's still hundreds of AP rounds on that ship. Yeah, okay, so the American cruisers on my part, just not the best idea. Didn't work out. Did not work out. Maybe because I didn't have enough room for guns on this ship. With those 11s... Yeah. Like, you can have 4 11s, but if you have, what, 10? Yeah, 10. That just works a hell of a lot better. You can do so much more consistent DPS than with my ships. I want to see what my flashfire chance was, because that seemed unlucky. Flashfire chance, 7%. Okay. That's a little higher than I remembered, but okay, here we are. So, the first battle counted. That means I did sink one of his ships, got at least a point there, I think. Although, I'm not really in charge of point counting. That is Brosilly's part. I have a growing suspicion that next week is going to be battlecruiser time. So if you have any good ideas for a battlecruiser, by all means, let me know down below in the comments. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys back again next week for the next challenge. Thank you for watching. See you soon for more.